Hi, this is Russell Stannard from teachertrainingvideos.com. Today I'm going to look at probably the most impressive repository of video content I've ever seen in English. It really is outstanding. I've been playing around with it, I've been using it, I've even been watching the videos. They're so good. Now I must emphasize that this website is not free. You can test the material for a limited amount of time, but as you'll see, there's a lot of work and a lot of investment that's gone into this technology, and for that reason obviously the company are charging. However, if you are a teacher or you're in a school and you've got an opportunity to sign up and use this content, I think you're going to be really impressed. I don't cover many paid tools. In fact, I think there's only 4 paid tools that I've ever looked at on my website. I try to focus on free content, but this particular website is really outstanding, and the result is it needs to be paid for. Let's take a look. Remember, you can sign up and test it for free anyway, and I'm going to just take you through some of the key features that I like in Sensations English. Hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it with other teachers, please comment on it, and of course join me on my YouTube channel. Let's get started. The first thing I like about this is the content. There's so much interesting content here, and a lot of it's really contemporary. It's all about latest news stories, etc. If you look at the top here, you've got community, culture, entertainment, hard news, innovation, lifestyle, natural world. And if you look at any of the topics, they really are right up to date, relevant, things that students are going to be interested in, and they're not as bland as you often find in books. And that's one of the things I like. I always felt that when we teach English, sometimes we all keep to very safe topics, and often they're not hard hitting enough. What I like about this content is the type of issues, the types of issues that it deals with. In fact, the video content is so good that I keep actually using it. I keep watching it myself just out of interest. I mean, this video here about coral reefs and using technology to try to improve the quality or to expand the use of coral reefs. Now, what I want you to notice also is that you can select the level, and this is really clever and something I've never seen before. You take a video, but you can then watch that video at different levels. And so, I can listen to the commentary at level 2, or you could listen to the same video at level C1. And one thing I was thinking about, I've not tried this yet, is the possibility of, say, for example, working with a group of students, let's say their levels around A1, A2, you might start the video at A1 level and get the students to understand the basic concepts and get a basic framework around the video, and then watch the video at a higher level. It's not something I've done, but it's often something I've thought about and something that I've tried to introduce sometimes when I'm teaching, by doing things where we kind of skim and scam and look for basic information at the beginning, but then we go into greater depth. And I think that this could be a really interesting way of using this content. So for this example, I'm going to choose B1 Intermediate. I'm going to click on here, and the video is going to start playing.
Coral reefs are dying off in countries as far apart as Panama, Hong Kong and Cyprus. This decline has prompted scientists and volunteers to turn to technology to find solutions.
Okay, now again, something else that I really like is that, of course, you've got the actual subtitles along with the content. But I could actually watch that same video at a completely different level, and it means that the commentary is adjusted to fit the level, though the content of the video is more or less the same. It is slightly different. But what I really like, apart from the transcripts, is simply the quality of the audio. It's real professional, kind of high standard content.
This is a coral reef. Coral reefs are dying all over the world. Scientists want to save the coral reefs.
Now I can really see this content being powerful both from a teaching point of view and using with our students, because I think the topics are so interesting, but also a student working on their own. For example, I'm studying Polish. It would be a dream for me to have this kind of content available in Polish, and where I could jump perhaps between level A1 and A2. Nice, clear, simple way of accessing the content. You've got the kind of topics here, so we can go to things like hard news, we can go to innovation. People these days are very interested in things about technology, but of course the natural world and the environment is also really important. We can click here and simply go to all lessons. That just gives you a huge great list of all the videos and content that's available, and there is masses of it. But they've also got games and tools. Okay, so you've got activities that you can do around the technology and around the language, and in fact there's a number of them here as well. Just really quickly to let you know that on the 27th of May 2021 I am doing a free webinar on using video in ELT. I will look at English sensations, but I will also look at some other things about teaching video, some of the theory behind the flipped classroom. I'll talk about this idea of the springboard. I'll show you a few technologies that I use to link into video content as well, and how I use it with my students in the class and get them engaged in it. The webinar's free, and I'm going to put the registration below this video in the description in case you're interested. Let's get back to Sensations English. When I make these videos, I simply look for different content on the internet, from suggestions that teachers have sent me, and then if I like something and I've worked with it and perhaps I've tried it out and I like it, I make a video. So no one ever sponsors me to do these videos, and I must say, just being completely honest here, I don't think the games and the tools are as good as the content. There's some nice stuff in here, but I think there's still a little bit of potential. I'm just going to explain to you a couple of the things that I've been looking at that I kind of like, but I think could be a little bit better. So if we just to point you out, you've actually got quite a number of different things, and I've said some of them are pretty good, but some of them I think they could be improved. If I look at this one here, it's a nice idea. You can shadow the commentary that you're listening to. So the idea here is that you can kind of listen to the sentence and then you can listen back. The only problem with this is that I've noticed that it's not been leveled, and so this would be difficult obviously for a high level student to do this particular activity. But the idea here is that you can click.
Karate is growing in popularity in Pakistan.
And then you can actually do your recording, and then you can submit it. Now I'm guessing the submission part really is if you're working with a teacher, but the fact that you could click on here, karate is growing in popularity in Pakistan, and click on stop, and then you can submit. I think you can listen back again on here. Karate is growing in popularity, but I do like this idea, but I think that particular activity would need to be leveled. The games, there's a couple of missed opportunities. I generally like the games. They're not as strong as the quality of the video content. For me, the video content is really powerful. But if we just took this second, just quick example here, where we're basically listening to a sentence that we have to complete. So we'll choose level B2, we'll play the game, and what happens is we get a sentence and then we need to finish it, and we have to listen here. Now it's a bit of a shame that they haven't read out the whole sentence, rather it only plays the last two words. But let's have a quick listen.
Turn to.
So then you would write the word turn, oh, going mad here, sorry. I'm trying to look at my screen, and okay, turn to, and then obviously you would check your answer, and hopefully I got that correct, and then obviously it would move on to the next question. So yeah, some really lovely content. The games are pretty good. They're not as good as the quality of the content. I would personally say it's the best video content that I've ever seen for learning English language teaching, and certainly if I was teaching in class I would be making use of it. Obviously I totally understand that we do have to consider with this particular tool that it's paid. Let's have a quick look at the prices to finish with. So you can sign up for free. You get access to the website for 7 days. You don't need to give a credit card or anything like that. So it's definitely worth doing that. And if you want to look at the pricing, the 6 months plan works out at $7 a month, or just over $7, and the 3 month plan works out at $9. You do get a lot of content. Speak to your bosses, encourage your bosses of different schools, universities, institutions to pay if you can. If you're teaching on your own private lessons, it really might be an investment worth making if you are looking for interesting content, and particularly if you've got quite a few students and it's economically viable. I'm sorry that the website I'm showing you isn't free. Sometimes products that obviously cost a lot of money to make, they need to charge. Hope that video was useful. Please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads more free content. There's a special section actually on languages, and most of the technologies that I highlight are free, or they have a free option. So please have a look at the free videos on my website. You can also sign up to my newsletter to keep up to date with all the latest webinars, the blog posts, the online courses that I run, and of course all the new videos. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you get all the latest updates. And if you were thinking of asking me to do some training with your school, your university, your institution, then you can contact me from my website. And thank you very much.